Cool, I like this. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for showing up here, and thanks for welcoming me to the Mapex family. And as you guys may or may not know, I was associated with another company there for 20-some years. So it's a big step for me. First move in my career, and I wouldn't do that without serious thought and serious testing and understanding of what's going on. And the KHS family have been just totally awesome with me. They've been super accommodating, and one thing that really struck me, besides the quality of this new instrument, and this new Saturn kit is an amazing jump for these guys. Just a great instrument that plays well, that operates in a lot of different registers, and thus a lot of different music styles. And since the time that I've had it, I couldn't be more impressed with it. And besides that, the forward thinking of this company and the development that's going on is pretty amazing. And the new Falcon hardware has really impressed me, and as well as the AR staff and their presentation and how they look at this business, ever changing as it is. I grew up playing drums that had a lot of bottom end, a lot of attack, sort of a natural smiley curve EQ to them that translated really well through microphones and tape. You know, a sound that we know is a great studio sound. And this kit for me is this 2013 version of that. The maple walnut hybrid shell is that classic punch, bottom end, and attack, but because of the Allbird shells that were normally associated with that sound, those were a limited tuning range. And they sat really well low, but they didn't sit well in higher registers and medium to high registers for like straight ahead playing, things like that. These drums have a really full tuning register to them. So when they're not tuned up right now, they're a little low, but when you tune them up, they really are expressive and sit very well in a higher register. And that was really impressive to me. So for me, it's sort of a revamp of that classic studio sound that we all knew and grew up with. And the other quick thing for me was the hardware, and Justin Chiato, who works with me, can attest to this. Some of these moves and designs that they've made on this hardware is amazing. Not the least of which is this snare stand. And this snare stand is the best snare stand in the industry, period. I mean, it's omni-ball, center mounted, any angle. I angle the snare drum a little bit like this because I'm old, and but it always seems like if there's a tooth system, it's always wrong on this tooth and always wrong on that tooth. You know, I always want it in the middle, and the omni-ball solves all that. But besides that, the snare drum leg spinning 360 to get out of the pedals, and then loosening top and bottom so that the telescoping tube can go all the way down to the floor if you have a thicker snare drum, or raise up higher if you have a thinner snare drum. I mean, that's always an issue for me with everybody's snare stands. If I'm on backline and don't have my stuff, if you have a thicker snare drum, it's always too high. So being able to lower the entire telescoping tube down to the floor is great. And there's so many forward-thinking moves like that with hardware that I just can't get into them all right now. I'm sure those guys have gone over with it with you, and I'm sure they will tell you more about it. But the Falcon hardware revamps for me have been amazing. And like Joe mentioned earlier, I've been a Falcon pedal artist for a few years, and pedals for me, like when I don't feel them at all and I can just play, they're right. If I feel the pedal, it's wrong. And these are like that for me. And anyway, I just want to thank you guys for your time.